Hello everyone, welcome back to the Battlefield Siege. Ryan here. We have another Pauper video for you today. Strixhaven has released some Magic Online, so we're playing the Spirit Mascot, which I was really keen to play. Now, this deck is the one that I built and showed on my previous video of what the 6 brews that I wanted to play in Strixhaven anyway. So if you want to check out that video, maybe I'll put it in my description, who knows. But anyway, this is the deck at large. So it essentially is a Boros bully list. It's using snackers, battles creatures, lots of flying effects, as well as Sacred Cat and Lunark veterans. Lots of ways to essentially flush back creatures and then build up your Spirit Mascot and then whack him with heaps of damage, either with the Giant Spirit Mascot or we're doing a lot of Rally the Peasants shenanigans, getting it with heaps and heaps in the air. The classic Boros bully list used to run Squadron Hawk to do this, so you still run this discard package, which I'm running Pursue the Past, which is also a new Strixhaven card, which is just a strictly better thrilling discovery, where you can flash it back, and then you essentially, you discard a bunch of Squadron Hawks, and then you played some other Squadron Hawks, and you got in, double Rally the Peasants, and you can just lethal them on one turn. It's kind of on that same aspect, but now we have a giant whacking stick on the ground, which is a former Spirit Mascot, which is quite good. So the difference that I did though is I felt the decks was running in the past 4 Thrilling Discovery and 4 Faithless Looting, which was 8 discard outlets, which I didn't feel was enough. So now we can do is run 4 Faithless Looting, 4 Pursue the Past, and then 2 extra little Thrilling Discoveries on the end. With now we have that strict upgrade, just to have more consistency and discard all the stuff that we don't want. And especially if the cards like Sneaky Snacker, it needs to go. We have no way to cast that card, so we need to discard it and draw cards. So we need lots of ways to do that. That's essentially the main deck. It's pretty aggro, it's pretty fun. Now, over to the sideboard, we are running probably some very classic cards. So we've got End of Festivities, which I think we might not even need that badly. It's probably mainly against elves, I guess. Red Elemental Blast for the blue decks. And I'm trying out these Ramosian rallies. I'm just thinking about like electric re-effects and whatnot, ways we can save. We are running Prismatic Strands, which is pretty good. But this is a nice little free spell that can handle it anyway. And then 4 Dust Dust for the artifacts and 2 Thraben Charms. So you'll be noticing that we're only really running 2 Thraben Charms at the main deck, 4 Lightning Bolts for the interaction, because really game 1 we are still aggro, trying to push damage. So that's why I've kind of done those numbers, but you can definitely swap them over where you need to, more graveyard hate and whatnot. This is my first iteration. I'm going to play this more, and I have some more ideas around how I want to play Spirit Mascot. There's stuff around like Escape Velocity and all these other spells that come out of the graveyard in Boros that could make it a real threat. So I want to try some of that out. I'm also thinking around using it with gates as well, which is maybe a little bit iffy, but I feel like it really fits with, if you do fizzle out with these flyers, you have other ways to at least get threats through with the Basilisk Gate, but you do have to worry about that colorless source, especially with all these red-white discards. But that is just food for thought right now. Anyway, this is the deck. If you do enjoy these videos, please feel free to like and subscribe. Please use my code word SiegeRyan when you go through Mana Traders to get a little bit of money off from that one, which is always good. And yeah, I think let's just give this a crack in some matches and see how we go. I'm definitely keen to build on this, and let me know what you think in the comments, because I think some numbers already need to be tweaked a little bit, and I'm keen to make this a tier 1 deck. All right, see you in the first one. All right, this is the first person. They're just starting for the landscape, so likely just playing some kind of Jund variant, which is fine. I feel like we can kind of do some Bernie cool stuff. So let's just play the Windscar Craig. So we have our mana ready to go. And we will still start with I think we start with the Spirit Mascot first, and then we can follow up with the Snacker to Pursue the Past. Let's just play the Spirit. I'm expecting this very much to see how it goes. They said testing mascot, and I'm like, yep, sure am. Let's see how it goes. Your mascot feels like a very powerful card. Very, very powerful card, so we'll see how it goes. I feel like we'll just see an ultimate price, but you know, it is what it is. I think on our turn as well, we want more white pips, I think, and the bolts don't matter as much. So, I mean, here now, that means they're not going to be... All right, they're just straight Jund. So yeah, essentially what we want to do, okay, this is good. So we can Pursue the Past, the red, white, the past, discard, Snacker and Sacred Cat. Ooh, sorry, discard 1 card. And then we just play the Sacred Cat thing. I think we don't really care about the Boros Garrison too much here. The other thing as well, actually, we can just go Faithless Looting. We do Faithless Looting actually. And just discard this Sacred Cat. Discard this and this. Then we'll attack with the Spirit Mascot, and then we can use Rally next turn if we want to, and flash back Sacred Cat, which seems pretty good. Even do it on a follow-up turn. Guess I'm more worried about a Chrysalis or something, but like this, now that this is happening, I'm very keen to just get damage in. So they probably want to crack this here. I can imagine they want to crack it on our turn. Otherwise, they're gonna have a very sad time. They just don't get anything for that. That's all. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Ooh, they all left the battlefield though. So here I'm actually just going to alright, so they didn't realize that the spell bomb did add counters to that, so I'm very happy with that as well. And then, so this is 6-10. Look, we'll just play Garrison. We'll pick up like a Plains or whatever. We just get in with everything. And then, yeah, with the Bolt and Thraben Charm, I'm feeling alright. Because we can even just jam this flashback to rally the Peasants. There you go, 2 mana 4/4. Feeling alright. Unflagging, Unafraid, and Undaunted. We just cook this mountain here. Yeah, cast down makes sense here. Very much makes sense. So I think we kind of just want to get the bolts down enough. I think what we do is we just try and Thraben Charm this, see if that resolves. This is like high octane, but like it can pay off, you know what I mean? And then we can go rally, and then we can bolt them on the following turn. They might want to just, you know, play land. Let's attack the Snacker. It doesn't feel good to hit with the Snacker anyway, and we're going to rally here. If they want to pass down this, that's kind of fine. I just want to get, yeah, now they're on 3. Their deck doesn't really have much life gain. We can just use this bolt to finish the job now on the following turn. They're gaining life, that's for sure. It's feeling pretty good so far. Yeah, we just discard this Plains. Don't really need this Plains. The beauty of Boros Garrison, it really can save you with the mulligans. Something Wildfire. And yeah, let's just see if we can bolt them. Hopefully that's just enough. We're going to bring more Graveyard Hate in. I will bring in Dust to Dust because of that, but let's just try this bolt, see if it's enough. And then we'll go to sideboarding. Yes. Fantastic. It's called the Spirit Mascot because it, like, you know, relics aren't that good. So yeah, I'm not that hot on actually Prismatic Strands as much here. I am hot on Dust to Dust because they run the Refurbished Familiars, Blood Fountains, Artifact Lands, Artifact Creatures. I do need stuff for their Chrysalises, so I want all Thraben Charms. I think the rallies are important as well. Sacred Cats aren't terrible. Probably cutting the Lightning Bolts. We have so much flying that the Crackland Charm doesn't matter. And we're bringing in the other stuff for the other creatures. And we've got the Thraben Charms. So yeah, I think this is good enough. We'll run this. I think 1 Prismatic Strands is fair enough, but we don't want more. Again, they can Breath Weapon us. Our stuff comes back quite easily. Oof, that's what I was worried about. Running 4 Boros Garrisons, so we'll tuck that away. Worse, we have to go to 5. This is doable. Then we just tuck the Screech and probably the Charm. I think the way we do better here. Actually, you know, let's cancel. Let's tuck the Screech and tuck a Plains because we've already got a Speed of the Boros Garrison. We can play this, play the Garrison, and then if we just get any discard, we get rid of the Sneaky Snacker, and then we're on our way. We're doing well. Alright, let's play just the old Artifact Land, which is good for us. We'll play this, and we'll just play the Cat. Really needing like a Faithless Looting, essentially. That's what we want. We'll take off next turn by playing the Boros Garrison. They're not doing too much straight off. Another Cat. So alright, let's just take for 1. Let's just play the other Cat. It's pretty good. At least we can bring it back, you know. And then hopefully we just draw like a red source. Well, not a red source, but like a Faithless Looting or a Pursue the Past, so we can actually use the Sneaky Snacker and get something good. They're missing green. They are keeping the Cryclan Shamans, which is interesting. They haven't played any more artifacts. Play this. Let's attack. I think we do charm that. Or I think we kind of wait because artifacts cost like. If we do something in response, we can throw and charm it. I'm not too stressed about it. I'd rather hit Chrysalis. And the question is, I could still target the Cryclan Shaman. I'm just thinking about how this kind of affects us. They only have one artifact. I'm kind of, because we got so much blockers for we got so many blockers for this Wrathing Chrysalis, and I feel like our Spirit Mascot can get pretty big. Let's just get rid of that. I'm not too worried about this now that we have the mascot. And let's just go get a mountain, I think. We have two kind of pips of both. Dust to Dust is interesting. I think I still want to wait. Like if they go Refurbish Familiar. Let's just go Mascot. Say go. Because if they play an artifact land, it's coming to play tapped anyway. I guess the issue is if they go second Chrysalis, which would be a problem. Would be a real problem. They are wildfiring, okay. Maybe I should have dusted us. It could have been worth it. No, they had more basics anyway. I'm kind of fine just to dust those two now. Casting down that, okay. Now we get a bit into How's Your Father territory. Then we just take 4, to be honest, because we're going to be attacked for 2, gaining 2. So it's actually the same clock right now, which is wild to think about. A little bit sad this works like this, but that's fine. We just target those 2. We'll attack for 2. And we have the same clock right now. I'm not too worried about Refurbished Familiar because all our stuff comes back. Yeah, just need a discard spell, really. That's what we do need. Egyptian Infiltrator. Okay, it's a pretty good creature. Only it's a 3/2 now. I mean, I think we need some action. Otherwise, we're going to lose pretty quickly. 3 cards. I think we're pretty cooked here, to be honest. I think we just concede to the next one. We just need a discard. Yeah, and we won't getting it there. We'll run it as is still. Keeping everything, and the fact that we have 12 discards is still quite good. We could cram in some lightning bolts, I guess, but over like maybe the strands, because I don't really like the strands too much. Alright, let's see what we got. Not keepable. This hand is keepable. We just put a veteran on the bottom. And then we're definitely just discarding probably a veteran and a Sacred Cat. Scan Life Pass. These taps are not too bad. Right, they're playing Bridge. That's kind of nice. I want to play this and get a... I think what we do first is Faithless Linen because I want to draw planes. Oh, let's do double cat. And let's just go get a planes now. Let's say go ahead. Because if they go artifact land here, that's cooked. But at least now we can. Oh no, they got a bog. Okay, that's fair enough. We'll okay, I'd be keen to draw a planes now. I'd be very happy to draw planes. Battle Screech is not it, but that's kind of fine. We'll just play this. We'll play a Garrison. Technically, we could have just picked up the Windscarred Crag, I guess, because we'll have all our mana next turn, but think this is also fine. Egyptian Limbus, okay. Yeah, we still target the spell bomb. Very familiar. I think we actually discard the battle. No, I want the battle screech. Maybe just the planes. Don't we draw another planes? Yeah, let's just do the planes, and then we'll target bridge and refurbish familiar. Yeah, that worked out well. Yeah, let's go being. Maybe it's actually the spell bomb because they can't draw off it. Then I'm fine with that. Let's attack for 1. We still have good value, you know, and then we'll play this, pick up the Crag. So we have a little bit of waterproofing against another refurbished familiar. And now the colors are cooked. So next time we can go Screech, flashback Screech. And then we can also just hit in, get rid of that Gitaxian Infiltrator. That's nice as well. Let's just go land, play Screech. We'll see if this is enough. We've had to use all their mana pretty well. So we've got 4/5. So if we actually draw a land, we can just double the Rally of the Peasants, and it's just it's a crap ton of damage. It's coming in for 25 damage essentially. So, and Insight's good, which means they're not playing a Breath Weapon this turn. I think we're definitely racing them, so if they attack, that's fine. We'll take it. We got more life than them. Yep. Or a Furbish Familiar. I only have 5. So I think what we could do is just discard the Rally, and then we can throw Charm the Jixian Infiltrator and attack with everything. Do that. I'm really hoping they don't have a Chrysalis here. Not attacking. I hope I don't draw an untapped land. Oh no. We're gonna keep that in our hand. Let's just go charm this Infiltrator. Get rid of it, and then we'll attack with everything. We'll use the Rally here because it's just the most amount of damage, really. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, let's just use. So instead it would have been 5, 10. I think it was just more like them actually. They were going to block everything anyway. They had like 2 flyers and a blocker. Can't play Chrysalis unless they just get hit a forest. Yeah, that's why I kept the planes in the hand. I think Battle Screech is probably our best draw. They've got the green now, so now we have to really hope they don't have a Chrysalis. Well, let's attack. Wondering if they'll just hit this. No. Sense. We'll play our Spirit Ox, gain a life. And then we're kind of out of gas. The 3 Furbish Familiars is good. We kind of got, like, we had some kind of resistance against it, but I guess it's more like if they play Crystals here. Well, they're not playing Crystals here now. Spell Bomb as well, okay. This makes, alright, and just cycling it to get something. That means they don't have a Chrysalis. So probably, again, our best draw is probably a Rally, really. Dust Dust is actually good because we can target these 2 green sources. And that way, Chrysalis doesn't cook us. And we just continue to keep getting in with these 2 1/1s. These are little engines that could. They're on 6. We've started out our bolts. They just said oof. Yeah, now I have to get the forest. It was a good draw Dust to Dust, don't get me wrong, but this is kind of like if we draw Rally now, we have lethal. We're only running 2 though. I think we still need something good here. I mean, we can't do anything with that just yet, but like at least that's a bit of fuel, you know, we can draw like a Sneaky Snacker or something. And we can flush it back, which is really nice. So even if they do hit a Chrysalis here, it's not the absolute end of the world. There it is. We knew they had it. We knew they had it. And hopefully we can just go wide enough. We both kind of don't have a lot now. It's more, yeah, we'll play this. Let's discard this mountain. And I think we just do that as well. Just play a land. Gain more life. Cut this, get it back. That's good. Very good. So we'll just pass. They can't do a lot either. I mean, technically we could have waited on the Sneaky Snacker. Because, yeah, we already drew 3 cards. This is another Chrysalis. Oh, no, just flashing back. Makes sense. Well, they just got a lot more cards in hand, that's for sure. Right, Lembus. Right, they might peel away now. I probably wouldn't attack if I was them just yet. So if we can just play Screech or Flashback Screech and they don't have anything, they could have Breath Weapon. That's good as well. So we can... I will keep this Plains in my hand. So we'll play this and then flash back and then get in with the 1/1 flyer. We'll just yield to this. Let's target the Chris. And get in for 1. Then hopefully we have enough. Electric is 2 mana, and the Festivities is a sorcery. We're dealing at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 damage. What's this? Oh yeah. Just potentially gaining life. Fair enough. It was a good draw, the Battle Screech. And hopefully with just this recursion, the Snacker, we can have enough. Yeah, just using 1 of the mana to do that, it's fair enough. Gain some life. And they go to 6, and then yeah, they can block something in there for 5. So we do need to draw something. If they play another Chrysalis, they still have blockers. Okay, they do. And they have 4 cards, so they could just play another Chrysalis. So really, Rally might be one of our best hits. Alright, they don't have another Chrysalis. Let's see if we can draw anything good. Hey, Faithless Looting's alright. I'll do that. Let's just discard the landscape and the plains. This comes back. Question is, do we play against... do we play around stuff like... No point in attacking with that. If we play around something like Breath Weapon, which it might be worth to do. That's pretty good. I think we can now. Taking those 2. Casting down another one. Okay. I think we just play the other Battle Screech now. That was pretty good. Yeah, we need like... So we've netted, they've gained 1 life and we've lost 2 birds. That was our turn. We have to play this now, I think. And then just, I think we have to really hope it's enough. I think a Rally would be, we'll seal it. There you go, here's all my birds. Do you have a Breath Weapon? You've been through half your deck, you probably do bring in Breath Weapon. Okay, roll to Whispers. I have a feeling they may have drawn. Fanatical Offering. 2 more cards. Spin the wheels. John Wildfire is good. Is very good. And if I was them, I'd probably just play it now. Like, we don't have strands and I've been... Okay. For another 3. Basically, it was like, what? 1, 2, 3... They've done a lot. They did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Did you find it? I'll pull the trigger right now if you did. No, it was Wildfire. I guess they already play their Vault, so they can like bolt, or if they have like Trickery, I guess. But yeah, I mean that's the recursion. GG's. It was good. It was good. We go. Yeah, it was a Crockland Shaman, cast downs. Yeah. Alright, so this is opening hand. We just drew another card. We were a little bit sloppy with the lands, but I think what we can do is just go get a mountain, hopefully Faithless Looting, and get something else good. See how this goes. Right, that's good. I was more worried about fairies in this game, even though it's probably like a good matchup. And let's just go Faithless Looting, see if this resolves. We'll be cooked if it doesn't. If they play Sprite here, we're cooked. Okay, that's good. And then I can play Boros Garrison instead then. So let's just go cut the cat back. Cut a Sneaky Snacker. We'll play the Garrison. Because then next turn we can go Spirit Mascot, Faithless Looting. And then yeah, do the snacker, get the snacker back, and everything's hunky dory. Exactly what you want. Omen of the Sea. Okay, this could be interesting. This might be that enchantments list that I saw that one time. It does seem cool. I do like the enchantments list. Really cool stuff that it did. Deduce. Ooh, drawing cards. I see. That's fair enough. Island. Yep. Now we get at least a free lane for the Spirit Mascot, which is nice. We'll play that. Play you, Spirit Mascot. Love your work, love your style. And let's just fire off a looting and get this Sneaky Snacker back. We just discard 2 more veteran. Oh, we're discarding these now because we're getting you back later. Get you back, get a 3/3, and then we'll pass. Yeah, I think the fact... Like next turn, I think what we're doing is we're just playing a Sacred Cat and flush it back Faithless Looting because we get 2 more snackers. We can do this, I guess. But it's more, we need the white sources. So let's play a landscape and let's play this. And then I'm expecting in the counter, I guess this Faithless Looting. Be pretty cooked if they don't. Yeah, but that's cool. That leaves the graveyard. So we already get a 4/4, and then it's going to be a 6/6. It's pretty nuts. Can we discard this and this? I'd rather just keep everything else. We get those back. They leave the graveyard, so we've got a 6/6. So we're attacking them for heaps. Gaining life. It's all happening here. Watch them cast down it though, but you know, that's fine. We've got all these other resilient threats. So it's like... I need to yield to these as well. Yield to Spirit Mascot as well. But let's get in. The problem is we just only have 1 white pip currently. We're running a lot of planes in our deck, so yeah, just tapping it down, fair enough. They're probably actually that combo deck, so there's probably some extent I actually want to leave up. We probably don't need to actually play any more creatures now. We can probably just leave up Therapin Charm, Lightning Bolt, and then fetch the Sheltering Landscape. Because it's like it's the tap 1 and then retracting Helix it. But I think if we have like 3 bits of interaction against it, we good. And this is just a turn two turn clock anyway, so I'm happy just to play this as it is. They're going to tap down that anyway, so I don't really need to add anything else. This will be 2, 4, 6, 7, and the 2 bolts to the face is still very relevant. So let's just attack with everything. All right, they're not doing anything with this 2 Valence Camp. And a 3/2 flash flying. Okay. Just like a flash deck then. That's kind of fine. Like, I could have bolted it, but well, if we rally, we just rally, I think. Rally and then bolt. How much is that? It'd be 3. Oh, it's just like mega not good for them. We will play this. And then we'll just bolt them. Someone leaves the battlefield as well, so it's 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, it's just like mega lethal, right? Yeah, it's a lot of damage. And they lose their creature as well. Yeah. There we go. All the damage. Let's bring these blasts. Prismatic Strands can go away. They're not very good here. I don't know if we need Dust to Dust just yet. I don't mind a little bit. We don't even need that extra interaction, actually. I think things that I still want the Lightning Bolts. I don't mind the 2 Thraben Charms. Maybe we just cut some Screeches. And I feel like we do, because there is like an artifact build. I think I kind of want to do something like that. I think all this other stuff is good enough. I'm very worried about playing against some like artifact deck that's cooked, you know, so let's just do it like this. All right, this is unkeepable. We might need to be running another land, I think. So this is okay. We're just we'll put a Plains away. Go Plains Boros Garrison. We might need 50-50 the lands with the Faithless Looting. Because there has been a pretty good play on turn number 1. But yeah, we're definitely just going Boros Garrison. They're not doing anything, but we're not going to be doing anything either. We're going to do anything, so we just play the Garrison. We got the Plains. Like, we could have just done that tapped, but I think this is just easier this way. And they do nothing. Okay, I feel like this is going to eat a cast down. I kind of want to play if we have a blast, to be honest. I'm more keen to actually go Thrilling Discovery, just discard the rally. I think that's better. Let's discard. Let's play this, discard the rally, and see where that takes us. Because they're obviously going to be counting whatever we play here. Yeah, Hydroblast, fair enough. Let's just play this then. We'll go fetch for a mountain and just say go ahead. And they're just cycling and suffocating fumes. Well, I'm glad we got rid of some of those screeches. That's for sure. All right. Again, I don't want to jump into anything too crazy. I think we just play this Pursue the Past and see what we hit. Just discard like a rally. Feels like they just have like mono good stuff over there. But these will have flashback, you know, like all this can be played again. They are Hydroblasting that. That's okay. We're just going to weed through all their Hydroblasts and then we'll do something fun. You know what I mean? I think they have enough fumes in their hand. We can discard Snacker and Peasants, and then we can just play this Plains. And then, I mean, I think we just play 2 Spirit Mascots, to be honest. And then on the following turn, we can, you know, flashback Faithless Looting. Yeah, I think they're pretty done there. They didn't draw another land, and we weren't doing much else. Like, the double Hydroblast is good, though. All right, we're playing as a sandwich here, not a ham sandwich. That's fantastic. Yeah, we've mullied a lot. I think we need to chuck in another land here. This is good. I think we even bottom the Crag so we can go... yeah, I think we bottom this so we can play like a veteran early and then start getting in at least, and then we can discard the cat. We can actually just play both, actually. Maybe it just depends on what we draw, because I'd rather pursue the Sacred Cat. So we're just keen on the videos. But they're playing Gates, which should be interesting. Okay, that's way better to get rid of. Let's just go play this. Return the Plains. It's good. This is like an ideal go of it, I guess. I guess what I wouldn't mind is like a Spirit Mascot, but I think still going Pursue the Past getting a Sneaky Snacker. We've got a Bolt for like whatever. You want to play that mate, that old mate, the 1/3 that dies, the draw card. Melted Moxite, okay. I think red white, so maybe just Guy. Ooh, maybe they're playing Mascot. That's cool. Let's just do this first and see what we hit. I think discard the Sneaky Snacker. Alright, we didn't draw much else. A little bit sad. We did get this Bolt. I think we'll play the Mountain because of that. Attack with both. And yeah, we have access to Rally and stuff, so we've basically undone our mulligan, which is nice. We may even flash back to Pursue if we don't have anything interesting to do. Kind of want to use this Boros Garrison over the Plains though. You know what, 4 mana is pretty good. Alright, Glinthawk between the Melted Moxite. So we'll probably just bolt that. I would assume. That's a problem as well. Let's just bolt this. I am worried about the Sacred Cat. Let's attack with everything. Problem is, this is like, I mean, that is their turn though. Currently our clock is a little bit better. I hope they just block our Sneaky Snack and then we can just, I mean, it makes sense because then we can just bring it back, I guess. They're doing it like that. If they're doing it like that, then I think we just Pursue first and just get rid of this, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we just get rid of this. All right, we're definitely playing this Mascot. That is why I do things like this sometimes. And then we'll pass. So they'll Moxie and bring back their thing. Hopefully we can just go a bit bunters with this Mascot. Is the plan anyway. But their Sacred Cats can be very big. But I think as long as they don't remove the Spirit Mascot, it can get very, very big. And they do run out of colored mana here. So I could bring back essentially 4. I get 4, or I could bring back this and this. Tap like that and just return like a Plains or something like that. Or let's go bang. I think it's no, it's the it's land. Play the Sacred Cat, and then Battle Screech, flashback Battle Screech. That is the correct play. There's a lot more damage on board as well. And we can tap that cat as well, which is good. The old embalmed cat. Man, this is so good. How good is this? This is country living right here, let me tell you. And then we get it for 6, and then we have a very good board state now. And they're kind of like stuck where like they can use their gate, but it would just be on their turn, and Mascot will get bigger. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they give something +5/+5, which is pretty good. So we've got a bunch more things we can get rid of. And we'll be punching in with everything this turn. I guess I'll be blocking there. Cool, Skyfisher. That is also a good card. But it sounds like they might need to just use their Sacred Cat, otherwise they'll get cooked here. But they have to block. Alright, what do we draw? Another Battle Screech. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could Pursue. I think we Pursue first and discard the Screech, potentially. Hmm. 2, 3, 4, 5. And kind of block with all these. We can get rid of them. We're going to do like really one flashback, that's the problem. Take with all the birds. I think we can set up just a bigger turn, which is fine, I think. That's the other thing as well, is we could Pursue and maybe draw a Bolt. I'm going to just rather Screech and flashback Screech, to be honest. Because it's just adding so much power to the board. This Mascot gets a little bit bigger. We'll play this, Return of Plains. And I think we honestly just pass. They can Basilisk Gate, that's fine. I guess the problem is if they're running, they run strands as well. Interesting. They have 2-card mana sources. I think we just take a hit from Cat anyway. They go, they gain 6 here. They're just red-white, so this screams strands here. Well, no, I don't have strands. They can hit for 7, which again I think is fine. We just take 7. If we draw a rally, they're cooked. Rally would be excellent. Before 6. When you're running 2. Playing a Moxite, okay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably just blocking with a Sacred Cat. The thing is, I think we just play this, then we pursue. Because if we hit a rally, we're just playing into hitting a rally, really. We can take some hits from this thing. I wouldn't mind a strands. Sorry, I should have done that the other way. I didn't realize we had the extra mana. That's all good stuff, don't get me wrong. And let's just bash him with everything. And then, yeah, because you just want to pursue. Maybe I should have done it beforehand, sorry. So I'd at least get that back. They're trading with that. They're on 8, so the life total didn't change, we just lost creatures, but I feel like we're not doing too badly right now. Again, I think Rally's just our best friend. I think even probably drawing a bolt, we could like block them bolt our creature. Ancient Den, Embalm the Sacred Cat. Yeah, I wonder if they cycle that now. Because if they are, then I'm probably just going to flashback this Pursue the Past. It grows a Spirit Mascot. That's right. I think actually what I want is a bolt to handle this core Skyfisher, and then we can just keep back the Mascot for the Basilisk Gate because it's bigger than anything they have. Yeah, I like the looks of that. I think we're flashing back this Pursue. 4, 5, 6, 7. If I was them, I'd probably just cycle this. Yeah, it's a fair cop, so we don't get back that bird. But now I have a 9/9. Then they can make it unblockable, eh? A sneaky snacker. Well, that was a good hit. Let's play a Pursue, discard the snacker, discard you. It's bigger. All right, let's play this Faithless Looting then. That's good. Let's discard this. And I guess the cat? Yeah, I think we want a lot of Prismatic Strands. And then let's, if we attack with everything, they block, and then take 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah, let's just swing out, King. Let's just swing out. They don't have a Strands in. No one ever expects to rally the peasants, you know? And they're going to lose all those creatures as well. Hey. Yep. All right, let's rally. This is what we're looking for. This is the good card. Yep, there we go. All right, so they're probably running their own spirits here. I think we bring in the strands, bring in the charms. The bolts are a bit not good. The bolts aren't really doing a lot. We should probably just get rid of these bolts. And I don't know if we want to run rallies. Relics don't matter as much. just have no graveyard head of my own. Like maybe I should run relics. Because you can run relics and target your own, and then it just builds it up over time. That's pretty good. Let's keep him one bolt. I think I am a bit perplexed with what I should do here. We could even run end the facilities when we attack, and then we can just probably better, because even if they block our tokens or like call Skyfisher, we can end the festivities. Just one. Let's give it a crack. I think what A Sandwich is running is a very similar deck to what I was thinking about running, and I think they're still running Spirit Mascot because they got the main deck relics. This hand is very interesting, but I think let's keep it, because if we draw a discard outlet, it's absolutely cooked. Big fetch our little mountain. And I think we're still I think we're fetching a mountain first, to be honest. The veteran doesn't matter as much straight off. Let's just do some fetching, I think. I'm happy to get towards Battle Screech mana, even if we draw another land here. A Thrilling Discovery Something would be best, or Pursue the Past, obviously. This way Lunarch Veteran's not as good with the Battle Screech stuff. There's a Garrison. I think we're still just playing this and fetching a plains and saying go. And then next turn we can play the veteran. The problem is with the relic is that when you play Lunarch Veteran and you play Battle Screech, it actually how it works is that you gain the life on the stack, so they can actually respond to exiling the Battle Screech, which sucks. Like a Skyfisher variant build. Maybe they're not running any Spirit Mascots. Double relics, okay. My hand did get worse. I think we still have to play this one, and then we'll just play the Boros Garrison and pick up the mountain. I'll just pick up the plains. It's a bit like whatever. And at some point they probably want to just like crack one of the relics. See if they got some threats coming down. Of course, Skyfisher would be not good for us. I guess if we go to game 3, now that I've seen Lembas, and now we have Ancient Den, let's actually bring in Dust to Dust. I think they're going to be pretty advantageous. Alright, they're low on lands here. Alright. There's something in me that just, this feels bad, but I think we just do play this. We need to do something. And they can just respond to this, which they should. Yep. I'm definitely not attacking. Like the Spirit Mascot's still very good here. Right, they got the Basilisk Gate. If we don't draw anything here, I think we're just going to go to another game. I think just how we match up with these hands is not good. We need some discard. The Ancient Den is interesting to me. Why are they running Ancient Den? We'll just take this. This also tells me that they have another one. I guess in the land drops. Attack. Let's get in. They don't have any life gain, I guess, so we're not doing too bad. We can just play our Sacred Cat and Battle Screech and just it's 4 mana, make 2/1/1s. It looks like a proper draft format, but alas. I have a feeling they're going to be playing some kind of Wrath effects though as well. Let's just play this one. You can see why I wanted to run more discard effects and go to 10. Oh, this feels brutal with the this Lunite better, and it's almost better if it's just off the field. Yeah, let's go to another game. They got Electricity. Let's cut some Battle Screeches, and we'll return our End of Festivities. Just bring in. I mean, really, we could bring in all 4, cut some Screeches, and win off the back of the other creatures, I guess. I think this is fine. Bolts didn't feel that good to me. Although there's no way to get around just Raven Charm. Now let's try this. Let's try this. The whole point of this is actually testing to see if it's good or not, you know? And they're quite mana hungry, they have relics, and we can wreck. We have to mull this one, sadly. I'm definitely feeling with this deck that we need to actually run. We need to run more lands, I think. Maybe one more. We'll play this. See if we can get off this mull to 5. Yeah, a little bit difficult. We need, and that's where Dust to Dust kind of comes into things, you know. So we'll play this planes, and at least we get the Sneaky Snacker for that. We can play that discard Snacker, get it back. Unless they play a relic. Lembus. Yeah. Let's just pursue first, because if we hit that Windsguard, then we want to do that. Yeah, it's more Faithless Lootings. I don't know about that. Well, let's just still play, I guess, a Faithless Looting. Got a Strands and a Faithless Looting. I guess we'll pass. I mean, if they don't have any graveyard hate, the Spirit Mascot's going to be pretty big. And we can, you know, bring it back, keep it alive with the Strands. Dust to Dust looks a bit nicer now. I wonder if they're running some kind of like Metalcraft then, if they've got these Lembus's Relics, Ancient Ends. There's a Relic. So they probably do want to just cycle through everything now. And then on our turn, I guess we can just Faithless Looting. Just target a Faithless Looting, I guess. It's all got Flashback, which is nuts. They probably want to cycle that though, because of all the stuff that we have. Like, we can just pursue the past. Of course, Skyfish is picking up Lembus. Okay. Well, this is kind of okay, because now we can quite nicely play the Spirit Mascot. And then I kind of think what we want to do is they can't exile with that. Good land. I think we just formulate our hand a little bit better. Nice. I think we get rid of this in the land. And we can bring back this. And then I think we just pass. And then we can just like Strands. And we can block that if we want to. We can just name it on white and just at least get something else out of it, out of the deal. Journey. Well, this Raven Charm's good. Okay. But we have to use it now on this journey rather than anything else that we want. Planes. I think we just chill on everything. They can crack it with 2 if they want, but... Oh, Dust to Dust is nice, and hitting them off a colored land is very, very nice. I think we do that this turn. It doesn't feel as nice, but I think we do that. It just ruins their life a little bit more, and it forces them to use this now. You just lose a lot of flashbacks. It is cycling. It's just a 1-for-1, really. It's just a stone rain, but it just deals with this relic. And now they have one colored source, which can really screw them up, to be honest. Then on our turn, I guess we just bring back the Spirit Mascot and just see how we go. We've been through a lot of discard effects now, so... Oh, they have another Ancient Den, so maybe we should just waited. I guess I knew they had the Limbus as well. Not doing much with 6 mana. It really makes me think they have a lot of stuff going on over there. Just play the cat. Pass. And then yeah, on our turn, I think we just Raven Charm the Journey. I think they have Electrickery, which I'm not too... I don't get too much about. A lot of Ancient Dens. And I think they probably have Journeys in their hand as well. Their engine's definitely popping off a bit better than ours. Might be a bit too cooked here. Let's just get our Spirit Mascot back, but I'm really expecting a another Journey in their hand, because there's no point journeying any of these creatures. I think probably one of the best ways to win this game is actually hitting another Dust to Dust so we can target these 2 Ancient Dens. Knock them off lands. Matter is not what I wanted. Can't do much else. I think we just pass. Definitely no attacks. This Strands looks a bit gross here. I have 6 for a Prismatic Strand. Strands there. They playing. Ooh. That's a big one. That's the big one. Got Trample as well. This might be a little bit too hard to beat. Let's just take this. The Strands is good though. No, we can't win because the Strands will just make it red, so we can't even block that and do other shenanigans. It's GG's, GG's. Good one. Let's just see what we're drawing. Not a lot. Alright, let's do a quick wrap up. Alright, so this was the deck that we played. So I think this deck was pretty good. I think probably what we could do is, I do like the landscapes, I guess. They could just be the Windscarred Crags or something like that, so we get some extra value. Life gain's not an issue this deck has though, but I think having something for the relics so we can get rid of something else rather than anything else important could be good. Things I'd probably change is I do want to run at least one more land, I think. I think that was pretty evident here with our 4 garrison lists. Probably even cutting 1 garrison and just running a mountain, you could do that. But yeah, it feels a bit meh. And maybe even running like 2 or 3 crags or like the deal 1 damage ones probably. I could gain so much life, like I said, and then have a bit more mountains and plains. Outside of the deck size, I think we could probably just cut like 8 strands. Don't mind the lightning bolts, faith wounds. I think this is kind of all the core here. The Spirit Mascot's core, discards core. I think you could probably just cut this and maybe cut like some battles creatures, but they were pretty good as well. It is like a very aggro-centric build. And the fact that they can flash back is quite good as well. So probably even just cut like a Prismatic Strands, move to the sideboard, not at all, and run an extra land, or just swap out the Boros Garrison for a different land and give this more of a go, I think. You could also run probably something like 2 relics in the main deck and maybe even something in the sideboard. You probably even just cut Strands and put a Thraben Charm in the main deck or a relic, and then probably cut down like a Dust to Dust and run like a relic in the sideboard, and probably the Rally. The Rallies didn't feel like that good either. Anyway, that's the deck. It felt pretty fun, and I'll see you in the next one.